Online harassment is rarely a simple one-on-one interaction. Today, it operates as a decentralized, networked architecture of abuse. Two specific vectors drive this modern digital attack: pile-on harassment, often called dogpiling, and doxing. Physical bullying is constrained by geography and time. Networked bullying scales infinitely and instantly across borders. The primary danger of these attacks lies in their structure. There is no single leader orchestrating the mob. This leaderless design creates a psychological shield. Perpetrators hiding within the swarm operate under the belief that they are untouchable. Local police forces, built to handle physical, localized crimes, frequently struggle to police these borderless, algorithmic swarms. To dismantle this networked malice, victims must deploy a precise matrix of UK statutory law. Navigating this requires specialized legal engineering from practitioners who understand digital architecture, such as the internet lawyers at Cohen Davis Solicitors. Algorithmic platform reporting tools are mathematically insufficient to stop a decentralized mob. Only structural legal intervention can sever the attack. A pile-on is the rapid, exponential accumulation of negative attention, usually from individuals who have absolutely no prior relationship to the target. This diagram models the attack. The central target node faces 5 converging clusters. First, anonymity emboldens attackers. Second, echo chambers normalize abuse. Third, algorithmic virality spreads hostility instantly. Fourth, dehumanization removes physical cues. Finally, mob mentality overrides personal judgment, trapping the target. Public figures and influencers are highly visible targets, but this network trap can trigger against anyone. Fair public criticism is essential to open dialogue. Coordinated harassment crosses the line into deliberate harm. For targets, the immediate psychological impact is severe. The sheer volume of incoming hostility is overwhelming. The pile-on operates as an engineered system of psychological destruction, designed specifically to isolate the target. To direct the mob, a high-threat pile-on requires a specific spark. Doxing is the non-consensual extraction and public broadcasting of highly sensitive private information. The term originates from early hacker culture, where document tracing was used to unmask anonymous identities online. Today, attackers weaponize specific data points, like home addresses, personal phone numbers, and financial details. Doxing provides the critical fuel for the pile-on. It gives the digital mob actionable, real-world targets. This creates a cascading effect. The release of initial data points leads the mob to dig deeper and uncover even more hidden information. Online spamming quickly escalates into physical-world threats, ranging from identity theft to physical stalking. Doxing is the dangerous bridge that converts an algorithmic social media dispute into severe real-world vulnerability. Prosecuting this behavior faces a primary roadblock. Under UK law, there is currently no specific standalone criminal offense called doxing. Attorneys map actions against UK statutes. Repeated distress triggers the Harassment Act. Offensive messages breach the Communications Act. Malicious intent violates the 1988 Act. Unauthorized sharing invokes data protection. Hacking triggers the Computer Misuse Act. Leaking intimate data allows misuse of private information claims. This requires a specific legal test. The victim must have had a reasonable expectation of privacy regarding the leaked data. The courts then weigh the victim's right to privacy against the attacker's Article 10 right to freedom of expression. While the terminology of a digital pile-on is modern, the UK legal system contains the precise architectural constraints required to prosecute the attackers. A victim under active attack cannot navigate this complex web of civil and criminal law alone. Local police forces often find themselves paralyzed by the anonymity and jurisdictional borders of the internet. This is exactly where specialist internet lawyers step in to execute a multi-vector intervention. The first critical tool is the Norwich Pharmacal order. This legally forces social media platforms to reveal the IP addresses and identities of anonymous attackers. Once identities are known, attorneys deploy formal cease and desist letters to immediately halt the behavior under threat of litigation. To stop further data leaks, they secure a privacy injunction, a court order legally prohibiting the continued publication of the victim's data. Simultaneously, they negotiate directly with internet service providers and social networks to mandate the removal of weaponized content. These legally binding mechanisms bypass standard moderation bots, forcing decentralized platforms to comply and stripping the mob of its primary weapon, anonymity. The aggressive network collapses. Pile-ons and doxing campaigns thrive solely on the illusion of lawlessness. The digital space is not a vacuum outside legal jurisdiction. By applying the correct statutory frameworks, specialized solicitors dismantle the network, enforce privacy boundaries, and permanently restore control to the victim.